day. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jordan Love and the Washington football team versus Cam Newton and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners are 5 of their last 6 games. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They will be led out by a first-round draft pick back in April. In his rookie season, here's Jordan Love.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards.
A gain of 5 brings up
throwing. Love. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Bengals now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
It's now second and 10.
To throw again, Newton. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Newton's pass.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So,
and this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Cincinnati.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Newton. On the slant, complete to Green. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 12.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, that is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Newton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Pettis on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Complete to Evan Ingram. A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Love. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's good.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Love. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Love.
6-yard line.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Love. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
The Bengals take over 1st and...
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The drive starts with a completion left side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5. At the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Newton. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mostert. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Newton.
7-yard line.
That's caught by Jackson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Jackson.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 44-yard line.
Bengals.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The ball carrier.
Blake Martinez, second in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and...
On 2nd and 9. Newton. Sanders has it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 31-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is caught by Jackson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They hand it off to Mostert. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Raheem Mostert.
Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A shotgun snap for Newton. On the move to his... And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Latavius Murray, the ball carrier.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Love looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
Bengals take over 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
The gain of 7.
2nd down, Love.
3.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Love now to pass on 1st down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
To Jamal Williams. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jaguars looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Jackson now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jackson on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Newton, quick hitter here, it's complete.
Newton's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Mostert. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all three will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
A gain of 3, second down.
There on the tackle.
Love now on second down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Now a second down throw for Love here. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A run, it's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They go with Murray again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Love. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Newton's pass.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd down now. It's Murray, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Love. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14. Washington 10.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a pick up.
The ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Newton to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Newton's pass.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
4 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Newton, and caught. Right side, Green. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
The ball carrier. Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
A gain of 9 yards.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
From the 50, Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 36.
First down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This is Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Washington 10.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 23.
The Washington offense set to take over.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A big spot now for the rookie Love. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Love back to it here after the pick six. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Jordan Love sacked by Khalil Mack.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Washington on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. And the pressure gets to him again.
Jordan Love.
J.J. Watt. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Now Newton on first down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And a Bengals first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the
now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20.
Newton's pass.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 16.
First down, Bengals.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Daquan Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Okay, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They snap it to Newton. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Pass complete.
Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
At the 30-yard
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Love. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
To Jamal Williams. A 3-yard pickup.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Love from the gun. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
Love's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that'll set them back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They will throw again here with Jordan Love.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air again, Love. Pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Love. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down and
again, it's Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Running the counter with Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open?
And he checks this one down to Williams. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And Ingram holds it in. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. And Evan Ingram, 78 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Washington. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
His kick is...
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.